Hey, hey, hey. Are we streaming? I am live. It's working. Yay! Hello, people. We are live. Hey guys. I hope you're okay. Just checking everything. If you can hear me, if you're on live, if you hear me, put a little comment or a thumbs up in the chat. And hey, my sister's on. Only because I've just been on the phone to you. I see this. Hello, can you hear me, Jen? That would be awesome if you could reply. Hey, Janet. So lovely to see everybody. Thank you so much for coming on live. Oh, that does not help with the sound. Thank you. Awesome, you can hear me. Yay. Yay. I'm super excited about today. Super excited. So yes, we are getting started. Hey, I think Bister, is that how I say it? I hope it is. Hey, thank you so much for coming on. Hey Susan, how you doing? I saw your email this week. Thank you so much. Guys, I had so many emails. This is so crazy. Last week, I think it was last Friday. Yeah, man, the week is going quick. I emailed everybody and asked for questions about like what they would want, Q&As and stuff, and I had so many responses. I was like, oh my gosh! So that was awesome. I mean, I'm going to cover a bit that. Actually, what I did do is I responded to a lot of people as well because there were some amazing stories that were coming through, which I'm going to share over the next couple of weeks. Hey Phil! Oh my gosh, it's been a long time. Miss you, dude. Hope you're okay. Hope everyone's doing well. So yeah, we are live in a different location because I keep moving. Only because I'm actually down at my folks' house helping them out with a few things, which I'm going to talk about in a bit. But that's why I'm here, but I still have the keyboard, which is good. So how's everybody doing? Hope you're okay. You having a good week? Be awesome. So let's get straight to it. So today's video is music. I am going to be like sending some stuff through. We're going to playing some stuff, but I actually wanted to talk about something today that's really impacted me this week. And in fact, it came from a lot of the emails as well of what people were feeling. And this is about overwhelm, which everybody knows right now. It's like that feeling of overwhelm. And I was super feeling it this week and even today. So I want to talk a little bit about that. Then I'm going to play you one of my songs from the Unlocked album. So if you haven't heard it, it's actually one of my favorites. Super. Yeah, totally one of my favorites because on there is this guy who's singing a duet with me and he has the most amazing voice. So yeah, I'm going to actually be playing that for you today, streaming it through because obviously he's not here because I can't have anyone with me. And by the keyboard as well, I've been playing and writing some new stuff today, which has been really nice. This is a little bit of the chord thing. I'll have a little share with you. But some new stuff's going to be coming through. I'm super excited about. I can't play and talk at the same time. That's just like asking for trouble. So yeah, I'm super excited about some new stuff that's coming out. Not only album music wise, but actually new videos, behind the scenes stuff, some super cool content. So yeah, very excited today. So I hope everyone's doing okay. I'm loving the chat. Oh, it's so good. So good to hear from you. Phil, honestly, dude, I missed you. It's been a long time. Hi, Alan. You're on YouTube, which is awesome. So amazingly today we're doing Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Oh yes, tech genius peeps. Hardly. But yeah, this is what we're doing. So let's get to it. And then I'm going to play some music, which is what we're here for, which is the awesome part. So really what I wanted to talk about today was feeling overwhelmed. And the reason that I want to talk about it is not only, are so many people going through this, which is what came through when I emailed everybody. But particularly myself this week, there's been a lot of going on. So obviously I'm moving around and changing I'm in England for the time. My home and my base is now in Hawaii, which is lovely. So all my stuff is there. So I'm literally living out of suitcases and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. But here this week, there's been a lot of things around because loads is changing with the business. I was feeling super overwhelmed. Team wanting new stuff from me, the producers wanting new stuff from me, things going to be mastered. It was like all of that was going on, and I was like, OMG. And then on top of that, because I'm here at my folks and they are going to be moving house soon, I was like, right, let's get things sorted. Let's help you pack down the house. Bearing in mind they've been here for 47 plus years. Like there's a lot of stuff. So I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed of like everything that needed to get done. And it was really interesting. So old Susanna, previous me, would have just gone into an absolute, oh my gosh, I can't do this. This is heavy. This is hard. This is, and feeling that overwhelm. And I would have just panicked and just gone, that's it. Like, I can't cope. And one of the things that I would have done was snap at everybody or got angry. Or the other thing that I don't tend to do is I contract and I go silent and I pull myself away. And I didn't want to do that because I'm only here for a limited time. I wanted to make sure that my experience here is like beautiful with my parents as I see them for this short time and that I'm not in this state of overwhelm. So I was feeling it, and I came back up to the room here, and I was just stood there and I went, I have a choice in this moment. I have a choice to get completely lost in this feeling of overwhelm, or I can choose to flip it. And it was really fascinating in that moment. I was like, well, how do I flip it? How do I flip this situation? Because all the actions and all the things that need to get done are going to be the same, but it's going to be about how I approach it and how I feel towards it. That's what's going to shift. And so in that moment, I just made a conscious choice, and I asked myself the question. It was like, firstly, it was like, I surrendered it all. So by that, I meant I literally lay down everything. I was like, this is everything I'm worried about. This is everything I'm scared about. This is everything I feel overwhelmed. And I literally just plonked it down on a piece of paper, and I was like, this is it. This is how I feel. And that was really good for me to sort of see it. And then in that moment, I just went to this state of I'm surrendering and I'm laying it down. And that for me is a bit of a weird thing, because people go, what the heck is surrendering, Susanna? Like, what do you do with that? How? And it was interesting. What really helped for me when I first started to do this thing of like surrendering is I went on a retreat and they did this act of surrender. And I was like, well, what is this? And they showed it to us. And I remember we had to stand on this edge, turn our backs, and the other side of us was like, by the edge was a group of people holding a kind of a net. And we literally had to fall back and trust that they would catch us. And so obviously I did this act, but what it did in that moment, it taught me physically that is the act of surrender. So when I am feeling overwhelmed, when I'm feeling lost, when I'm feeling confused, it's like that moment of like, I let it go and I surrender and I lay back and trust that I'm going to be caught. So that was kind of like my first act. And so that's what I did. It was yesterday and today. These are the two things that I was doing. And then the other question I asked myself was, how can I make this light, easy, and joyful? So in every moment, how can I, when I'm feeling overwhelmed, make it easy, light, and joyful, even if it doesn't feel like it? I mean, packing boxes is not light and joyful, but it's like, how can I bring joy into that situation? How can I keep it to be light? And that shifted something for me big time, like huge. That was a real key opener. So I wanted to share that with you guys, because if anyone's feeling overwhelmed and you're thinking, what the heck, literally do those two things and it will begin to shift. It really, I promise you it does, because I've literally gone into it, and it doesn't mean that I'm not feeling it. Like, there's moments where I go, oh, I'm feeling, but then I make a choice again. I go, how can I make this light? How can I make this easy? And I'm surrendering it. So that was definitely something that I've been doing, especially this week. And then I also wanted to share this morning something that came up for me. Took a beautiful long walk, an hour and a half. Wasn't intending, but it was something that I really needed. So I needed to input. That's the one thing I would also recommend when you're feeling overwhelmed. Slow down so that you can speed up. Meaning, take the time out, take that time of rest, R&R, whatever it is that you need, so that you can get the things done. So I took this hour and a half this morning, and I literally just got into a state of, I don't know the solution to all this stuff. I feel overwhelmed. And this is kind of like my prayer, God, whatever you want to call it. This is kind of like how I'm talking to myself. Crazy lady walking and talking to herself. But no, this was kind of what I went to. And what I always say at this point is like, help me to find, and I'm kind of in some ways engaging my brain at the same time. So I'm getting my brain to think not on the situation and all the heaviness and the crap, but it's going, how can I find a solution that will be for the highest good of all? So in all of this overwhelm, how can I find the solution for the highest good of all? And then it kind of takes the responsibility off me and my brain gets to work. And it's amazing today. I literally have got so much done. And I've also come up with new solutions to get things done, like delegating, sending it to people, all that kind of stuff. And I was like, yeah, this is key. And that's the step. And that really helped. And it gave me an idea of what to do. So let me just check in with the comments. Everyone's, guys, I love this. This is so sweet. You guys are all in. Hi, Tracy. That's awesome. Pamela, Tori, love morning. It's your morning. It's my evening here. Yeah, thanks, Pamela. Totally. Yeah, we're meant to do that for sure. And hi, Tamara. Thank you so much. That's awesome. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to type them in and I'll happily answer as best as I can. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing with the overwhelm. Then today, which we were talking about before I even went on the walk, I was feeling a little bit like, I didn't have the solution to a couple of things. And I was like, I don't know what that is or how to overcome. And so this is the key of what I found works when you're not sure what to do. It's been life-changing. I've been using this tool for a while and it's just been so good. I've made notes, can you tell? Because this is so important, because I want people to not get into this space of overwhelm, because you get jack shit done. I'll be honest, you know? So that's cool. Right, so this is what I did this morning. So when you don't know exactly what outcome or what to do, what I do is I take the outcome that I want. So let's say right now, so one of the things, the tasks was around the album and the songs being released. So that's just one aspect of it. So what I do is I literally get into a space of either meditation, visualization, whatever works for you. For me, meditation really does work. Really helps calm me and keeps my mind like focused. So I get into a state of that and then I write down what the goal is. What do I want to have happen? And so I write that down. And it could be, even if I'm looking at, my parents' situation of like them moved into a beautiful new home with ease, grace and joy. And that's my mantra. So I write that down. And then what I do is I write down what I'm feeling at this point in time. And it might just be words of like overwhelmed, frustrated, angry, whatever it is. So with the music stuff, I was feeling overwhelmed, uncertain. There was a lot of like uncertainty for me. And that was like, So those were the feelings I was feeling. I was like, right, when this is done, when I've overcome, when I've got this goal, when my parents are moved into their house, or when this task is done, or when I've attracted, the album being done, or whatever it is for you. Have a little you could insert here, whatever it is that you're aiming for. And then I write down, how will I feel? Relief, excited, joyful, happy. So I get myself into the state. And ultimately, when you start focusing on those emotions rather than the negative side, things begin to shift. But then I close my eyes, and this is key. And I not only, if I can, I visualize what's it being done and the emotions of it. If I can't, I just focus on those emotions. So really focusing in, what does it feel like to feel relieved when it will be done? Getting into that state. And what that does is it then not only calms you down, but it also opens up the brain to going, right, now I can find solutions because I'm not stressed. I'm not in fear mode. I'm not in fighting mode. I'm in a calm state that I can actually get things done. And that has been key. And literally this week, I've been doing these tools for a long time, but this week, this is exactly what I've been doing to kind of help and really calm me down. And I wanted to share that with you because I know a lot of people are feeling the same right now, completely feeling overwhelmed. So I wanted to share, and hopefully that kind of helps. So cool, that's my little share. I am going to be putting some music on in a bit, but let me just answer a couple of questions. Tori's just asked, how did you get started with your music? And how did you know that it was for you? That is an awesome question. Tori, I actually began singing back when I was a kid. Like, I literally have just loved it. I sang in school, in church, in all of that kind of stuff. For me, it lit up a passion within me that I couldn't deny. And so I actually went on to study it at college and university, and very thankfully got signed quite early on in my early 20s. But actually left that. This is like a really short story. I left that situation because I wasn't happy with it. It was not a good situation at all. And I actually, for a time, thought I was going to give up on music. I was teaching dance at the time because I also trained in dance at university. And I thought I was going to give up. I was like, I'm done with this. I can't do it. It's too hard. But something in me was like, this is for you. And for me, there was a point, even in the last year, I mean, I've been doing it for a while, but even in the last year of like really stepping into who am I? Who is Susanna? Am I an artist? Am I going to allow myself to be an artist? And it was that passion that kind of came through that I couldn't deny. And I know that I'm meant to be doing this because the joy that it comes from within when I'm doing it, if that makes sense. And I can't deny it. The fear is always stepping out and doing it. So whatever your passion is like overcoming the fear of not being good enough, the fear that I'm going to fall flat on my face. But it was like this passion, this desire is bigger than the fear, and I have to keep stepping forward. So that's kind of how I got into it. That is the shortest story I've ever told on it. But yeah, hope that answers your question, Tori. And awesome, yes, cool. That's so cool. Sammy Joe. Oh my gosh, sweetie. So I used to teach Sammy Joe, who's on here. Hey, sweetie. Hope you're well. Oh, hope you're okay. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Man, that was many years ago, wasn't it? Teaching dance. So yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to share some music with you. I'm actually going to share a video of it's kind of like a slide video thing of us playing, and you'll get to hear Ricardo Williams. He is amazing. So good. So enjoy this. I'm going to put it on, and I will be back with you in a short minute.
The way you look at me, the way you look at me,
the way you look at me,
the way you smile so sweetly,
smile so sweetly.
All it takes is one look, let me know that you're who. The way you look at me. If I could love you, I would give up my heart, hang up my defenses, the fears that kept us apart. I would give all I can just to love you again, just to know, just to see.
The way you look at me,
Baby, you know I can't deny.
the way you smile so
Baby,
sweet.
you know I can't find.
All it takes is one look. You know you got me hooked. The way you look at me, I stop myself saying it 1,000 times, holding back another piece of me. If I had one more chance just to love you again, I would. If I could, the way you look at me,
Baby, you know I can't deny.
the way you smile so sweetly.
Baby, you know I can't find.
All it takes is one look. You know you got me hooked the way you look at me.
The way you look at me.
Baby, you know I can't deny
Way you
it.
smile so sweetly.
Baby, you know I can't
All it takes is one look. Let me know that you're hooked the way you look at
me.
All it takes is one look. Let me know that you're hooked the way you look at me. All it takes is one look. Let me know you are hooked the way you look at me. So tenderly, I see you now. So gracefully, your love shows me how to get through. Even when I don't know what to do. So faithfully, I feel it now. So comforting, your love feels sweet and always true. It just takes one from you. The way you look at me, the way you smile, the way you love me, the way you look at me, the way you smile, the way you love me, the way you look at me, the way you smile, the way you love me.
Hello, back again. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Oh, thank you so much, everyone. Thanks, Phil. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Mara, hey, sing a song. I will. I promise I will next week. I'm going to have all the mics set up and I will sing next week for sure. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. So that is one of my favorites. I mean, the guy that sings on that is phenomenal. Absolutely amazing. So if you haven't grabbed a copy of that, I'm on iTunes, I'm on Spotify, anywhere you want to grab it. But if you want to get it from me and get some behind the scenes stuff, if you go to susannawestwood.com, you can grab yourself that and also get a behind the scenes kind of extra freebies, which is really, really cool. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully it was inspiring in the sense of that it gives you some stuff to work through when we feel overwhelmed, because I know it's not easy, and it's a daily choice or a minute by minute choice depending on how overwhelmed you're feeling. Yeah, so I just hope that that was inspiring in the sense that you have got some tools to take away of what you can do when you're feeling overwhelmed. And yeah, I just hope you have an amazing week, guys. I hope that the rest of today, wherever you are, is awesome. Thank you so much for joining me live. Honestly, it's so lovely to see some familiar faces and some new faces. I'm like checking all the feed, and it's so beautiful. So I'm so glad you enjoyed it. And Tracy, I miss you. Hi. That's my extra family right there. I used to teach Tracy's daughter singing, so that's cool. Guys, have an amazing day, evening, morning, whatever, wherever you are. Hope that it is full of joy and peace and grace and ease and flow and no more overwhelm. All right, you take care. Thank you so much. And I'm going to be live again here next week. So if you've not got emails coming through, make sure you sign up and I will send you an email as to when I'm going to be on. All right, big loves to you all. Mwah. Thank you so, so much. And hope you enjoyed. All right, you take care, guys. Bye-bye.